Morning, dear students. So, in the last previous class, we have discussed the definition of atomic mass unit. That is, we are going to measure. We are going to measure the mass of the atom in terms of atomic mass unit. Okay. So, that is what we have discussed. And in today's class, we are going to discuss about the Einstein's mass energy relation. So, Einstein's mass energy relation. So, in this topic, we are going to discussing about the relation between the mass energy according to the Einstein's. So here according to Einstein's, we can convert the mass into energy and vice versa. Okay. So we can convert a mass into energy and energy into mass. So that is how according to the Einstein's. So you know that according to the Einstein's relativity equation, that is relation, we know that E is equal to mc square. Okay. Here E means energy, m means mass. So that means here we can convert energy to mass and also we can convert mass to energy. Okay. So that is how this relation it explains. We can convert energy to mass, mass to energy. It is convertible. Okay. This is according to Einstein's relation. So when a substance of mass of 1 kg is converted into energy. Say for example, we are having a substance of mass 1 kg, then this mass which is we are converting into energy, then how much energy is going to be released here? So using this relation, E is equal to mc square, where c is the velocity of light in vacuum. Velocity of light in vacuum. So here m means mass, that is 1 kg. So here we are taking 1 kg into, that is velocity of light in vacuum is how much? 3 into 10 to the power of 8. Okay. So we are taking 3 into 10 to the power of 8 whole square. That is 1 into 1, that is 1. So 1 into 3 that is 3. That is square here. It means 9 into 16 joule. So this much of energy it is going to be released by 1 kg of mass. So when a substance of mass 1 kg is releasing how much amount of energy? That is E equal to 9 into 10 to the power of 16 joule amount of energy is going to be released from a 1 kg of substance. So we can convert the mass into energy also, vice versa. Okay. So this is what the Einstein's mass energy relation. This is called the Einstein's mass energy relation. Here energy can be converted into mass and mass can be converted into energy. This is according to the Einstein's relation. Okay. Next, there is relation between atomic mass unit and mega electron volt. Okay. So here, when a mass of one atomic mass unit, which we are converting into energy here. Okay, we are converting into energy. That means one atomic mass unit से कितना amount of energy release होगा अभी वो हम find out करेंगे. You know that one atomic mass unit is equal to how much of amount is there energy. So in the last previous video we have calculated this one. One atomic mass unit is equal to how much? 1.66 into 1.602 into 10 to the power of कितना देखिए how much of energy is released. So in the last previous video we have discussed this one. It is 1.1 atomic mass unit is equal to, that is 1.602 into 10 to the power of कितना है देखिए. Once you check that one, you can calculate this one. One atomic mass unit. So one atomic mass unit. So if you calculate this one atomic mass unit is equal to 1.66 into 10 to the power of minus 27 kg. Okay. So this is what the value of the one atomic mass unit is equal to 1.66 into 10 to the power of minus 27 kg. So this much amount of mass, amount of substance is how much here? One atomic mass, that is equal to 1.66 into 10 to the power of minus 27 kg. So from this mass, how much of amount of energy is going to be released, that we are going to calculate here. So using this relation, E is equal to mc square. So m means 1.66 into 10 to the power of minus 27 into C means 3 into 10 to the power of 8 whole square. So 1.66 into 3 3 is 9 into 10 to the power of minus 27, 8 to the 16, 10 to the power of 16. So 1.66 into 9 is how much? 1.66 into 9. 14.94 into 7 में से 6 निकाल दो 1, 2 में से 1, that is minus 11. Okay, joule. So in terms of joule, we are getting this much of amount of energy to be released. Okay, now we can convert into electron volt here. So 14.94 whole divided by into 10 to the power of minus 11 whole divided by 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 electron volt. Now if you divide it, how much you are getting? 14.94 divided by 1.6. 9.3375 into 9.3375 into 10 to the power of 11 minus 11 this 19 if it goes to numerator then becomes plus, so 9.3375 into 10 to the power of 19 8 you will be getting, yes, 8. So 933.75 into 10 to the power of 6 electron volt. Or also you can write this as 933.75 into 10 to the power of 6 के जगह हम यहाँ पे मेगा इलेक्ट्रॉन वोल्ट हम लिख सकते हैं. Okay, so this is the amount of energy which is going to be released through a one atomic mass unit. So from one atomic mass unit, so 933.75 mega electron volt amount of energy is going to be released. Okay, so this is what the relation between the one atomic mass unit and in terms of mega electron volt we are getting the energy. Okay, so that is here one atomic mass unit is the mass here. As the mass energy relation we are expressing here, तो यहाँ पे ये जो वन एटॉमिक मास यूनिट है क्या है, ये मास है, ये मेगा इलेक्ट्रॉन वोल्ट क्या है, ये एनर्जी है ये. ओके, तो ये दोनों का रिलेशन क्या है पे, हम यहाँ पे वन एटॉमिक मास यूनिट अब जब ले रहे हैं यहाँ पे, तो हमारा जो एनर्जी रिलीज हो रहा है कितना, 933.75 मेगा इलेक्ट्रॉन वोल्ट अमाउंट ऑफ एनर्जी इज गोइंग टू बी released. So this is what about the relation between the one atomic mass unit and the mega electron volt. Okay, so in the previous topic we have discussed the energy and mass, how they are related. Both are convertible. We can convert the energy into mass and mass into energy. Say for example we are having a one stone. Okay, we are having a stone. So what I am doing, I am throwing this stone on the wall. Okay, that stone is having some mass. Okay, when after hitting to the wall, it is striking. When it is striking to the wall, that mass, when it is hitting with, it is moving with some energy. It is moving with some kinetic energy. So when it is hitting to the wall, that same amount of mass, it is going to be converted into energy. So that energy, it might be a sound energy, it might be a light energy. Another example we'll take here. So I think you people, I think in Deepavali this time you have not used the crackers. Okay, but when you're using the crackers, that cracker is made up of a chemical. It is having some mass. So when it is burned, when it is being lightened, then it produces a sound energy, some light energy also it is going to produce. Okay, so that cracker is having some mass. Say for example this is a cracker. Okay, so when I am writing this one, this is having some mass, right? It is having some chemical inside this one. Inside this cracker we are having some chemical, that means it is having some mass. When it is being lightened, then it is going to be exploded. That means simultaneously that mass is converting into sound. Sound is a type of energy, and we can able to see some light also there. Okay, so that is light is also type of energy. It is a form of energy only. So that mass is converting into light time. So that mass is converting into light and some sound. So we can convert that any mass can be converted into energy and energy can be converted into mass. Okay, so this is what the mass energy relation. Okay, next topic we are going to discussing about the mass defect. Mass defect. Okay, so what is this mass defect here? Okay, so you know that nucleus is made up of protons and neutrons. As you know that nucleus is made up of protons and neutrons. Protons and neutrons together is called as nucleons. It is called as a nucleon. Nucleon, it is called as nucleon. Okay. So this says that what is this mass defect here? Okay. The difference between the nucleons and the rest mass. Okay. The difference between the sum of the protons and neutrons and its rest mass is called as mass defect. Okay. See here, as I told you that a nucleus is made up of protons and neutrons, but its rest mass is almost less than that value. Okay. यहाँ पे हमारा जो प्रोटॉन्स और न्यूट्रॉन्स जो होता है, न्यूक्लियस इज मेड अप ऑफ प्रोटॉन्स एंड न्यूट्रॉन्स. So there some, if we add, then the whatever the rest mass we are observing, the nucleus rest mass, it will be always less than that. Okay. So the mass defect is nothing but it is denoted by delta m. Okay, delta m. So the sum of the protons and neutrons. Neutron means A minus Z minus of M. Okay. So this is how we are going to calculate the mass defect. The sum of the protons, the sum of the masses of the protons and neutrons. The sum of the, it is the difference between the sum of the protons, masses of the protons and neutrons. Here Mp is indicating the mass of the proton, Mn is indicating the mass of the neutron, Z is indicating the atomic number, A minus Z gives us a neutron numbers. Okay. So A means mass, Z means atomic number. Their difference gives us a number of neutrons. Okay. So here I am writing delta M means mass defect. Z means atomic number. Mp means number of protons. A means mass number. Mn means there is number of neutrons. Capital M is representing the rest mass of a nucleus. Okay. So that is what the mass defect here. Understood? Okay. So this is all about the mass defect. Now next we are going to move towards the binding energy. Binding energy. Okay. So here binding energy means it is the energy required for the nucleus to become a stable nucleus. Okay. एक न्यूक्लियस को स्टेबल होने के लिए कितना एनर्जी की जरूरत होता है उसी को हम क्या बोलते हैं, बाइंडिंग एनर्जी. ओके. और द एनर्जी व्हिच इज रिक्वायर्ड टू स्प्लिट द न्यूक्लियस into its constituents is called as binding energy. Okay. So binding energy means the energy required to form a stable nucleus, or it can also be defined as it is the energy which is required to split a nucleus into its constituents is called as binding energy. So here I am writing the definition. The energy required to form a stable nucleus is called binding energy. Is called binding energy. Okay. So this is all about binding energy definition. Okay. हमें किसी न्यूक्लियस को अगर उसे स्टेबल बनाना है तो उसकी जो एनर्जी जो जरूरत होती है, the energy which is required to form a stable nucleus is called binding energy. Okay. So first we have discussed the Einstein's mass energy relation. That is relation between atomic mass unit and the mega electron volt. So here one atomic mass is releasing how much amount of energy? That is 933.75 mega electron volt amount of energy is going to be released by one atomic mass unit substance. Okay. Now mass defect means we know that any nucleus is made up of protons and neutrons. Nucleus is made up of protons and neutrons together is called as nucleon. So the difference between the sum of the masses of the protons and the masses of the neutrons is called, and its rest mass is called as mass defect. Okay. Binding energy, the energy required to form a stable nucleus is called as binding energy. Okay. So just to note on this.